What's up, guys? We're over on the test server, and we're going to take a look at Krawl's Wall Breaker, the brand new fusion, and is he worth you picking up, or is he just going to be a skip? I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below as well, so leave them there. Now, if we're going to compare him to Nishak, first up, Nishak is going to be far more viable in PvE content, so Dragon, possibly even Clan Boss, because Nishak has the bombs, once they explode, they turn into poison debuffs. And with Arachne Elixir, you essentially turn Nishak into a big bomber and then a big poison champion as well. Nishak, as many of you probably know, is one of my favorite champions. So for Krawls to dethrone Nishak, I'd be very surprised. Nishak also brings a decreased attack, which is very good for various PvE areas in the game. He's just an all-around amazing champion. But Krawls does have, or the Wall Breaker dude, does have one thing that Nishak does not have, and that is no hit on the A2 ability, meaning he's just going to place the bombs. This is huge, because Nishak will oftentimes weak hit against Spirit Affinity champions, sometimes even Carnage, not place a bomb, Carnage will kill him, and it's just a bad situation. Whereas Krawl's Wall Breaker, doesn't matter what affinity they are, it's never going to be a weak hit. It's just going to place the bomb, so all you need is attack and accuracy. Now, Krawl's A3 ability does do an AoE ability, or AoE attack. It's going to place block actives, and it's going to reduce the duration of the bomb as well. Now, that does require a regular hit, so a weak hit is not going to reduce the duration of the bombs, nor is it going to place block actives, but getting the bombs out there isn't going to be very difficult. Now, they are 2-turn duration bombs against mythical champions. If they're going to switch forms, so like Gizmax, maybe even an Embreeze, not a huge deal because they switch forms and then the bomb explodes when they go into their next form. But still, 2 turns makes you very susceptible to getting cleansed, which if you bring a lockout champion, you kind of erase that threat. And since Krawls is going to need attack as well as accuracy, champions who bring either increased attack or increased accuracy are going to be very strong. Just think, if you had an increased attack and accuracy champion, Herbaeus, granted she's a mythical champion, but even if you had, say, a Lady Kimmy who's going to do the increased accuracy, heck, even Loriaka, you could bring in a champion like Fabian, a previous fusion, who is then going to do the lockout, so then the enemy's not going to be able to cleanse the stuff as easily. Now, if we jump in here and compare his damage to Nishak's damage, Krawl's is at 7,600 attack. Nishak has a little bit less base attack than Krawl's, but he's also at 7,600 attack. So let's go into Doom Tower real quick, compare their damage to see if there's any difference in the bomb multipliers between these two champions. It's going to be a 30% aura on both of them. This will be a pretty quick test because, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of PvE viability for this champion, in my opinion. His A1 ability does have a chance to reduce the duration of those bombs. It doesn't reduce anything. Nishak did not place a bomb over there. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and just see what the bombs explode for. Defense doesn't matter. 40,000 is what we're actually dealing. 40,626. Defense, HP, none of that matters. So Krawl's is doing 40,626 damage with his bombs. Now let's see what Nishak is doing. Nishak is +4, but I've basically equaled all that stuff out, so it doesn't matter. Now, Nishak places the bombs and then is able to reduce the duration as well with a guaranteed extra turn. Krawl's is more conditional. He needs to actually place the bombs, turn meter boost, and it's not always going to give him that extra turn. Now, if we do it on this, Nishak's bombs, 40,321. So it looks like Krawl's multipliers for the bombs maybe just a little bit higher, because I think he actually has lower attack than Nishak as well. Let's see, 7689, and Nishak is 76. Okay, so basically the bomb damage is the same. The champions are both doing good bomb damage, and of course you can scale that even higher with things like the bomb boosting damage or accuracy. Let's see, where is the gemstones that does what I'm talking about? I know I have some on a Wand of Submission, if I could find it. It's around here somewhere, but they're hiding my relics. What's going on here? I want to get the ones right here. The test server is broken. Okay, this is really weird. I want to go and put some good relics on him. boost the bomb damage a bit more and throw him into some PvP content. 'Cause that's where you guys are really going to be interested in actually using him. And I'm going to be honest, if you don't have a bomb champion that you use, having one is massive. I definitely recommend getting one to use because it makes things like Siege and even just PvP fights potentially much easier. So this is going to increase his bomb damage by 10%. This is as well. For here, it doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about anything particularly here. Extra accuracy per buff on him. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. So Wand of Submission. This is a perfect thing for him to have because obviously he is susceptible to sheep because he's placing debuffs out there anyways. Now, as far as upgrading this, I don't have any Starstone. We're on the test server and I'm broke over here. No Starstone to be found. It's okay. I can sell some mythical relics, I guess, but ultimately for this showcase, it doesn't really matter. What kind of gear are we going to throw on him? Well, Pinpoint is going to be valuable to prevent being polymorphed. So if I could get a set of Pinpoint, that'd be awesome. But if I can't, it's also not that big of a deal because over on the test server, there's really not a ton of people running polymorph anyways. Now, you do need accuracy for this champion. You're going to want accuracy, speed, and attack. It's a very simple build, but you're going to want some really good pieces because without a lot of attack, he's just not going to kill the enemies at all. The bombs are going to explode and they're going to still be standing. So you want to make sure you got a lot of attack, good accuracy. Good accuracy for wherever you are in the game could be very different. I mean, you may need 500 accuracy with increased accuracy, 500 accuracy, maybe plenty without even having increased accuracy. Now we're going to throw a attack ring on him, just a random one, take it up. This is a feral piece with triple. That's actually kind of cool. Can't rework it. I don't got the pieces to do so. Let's see if I can get a little bit more attack percentage possibly here. Throw this on. There we go. 350 basically, 8200 attack, 453 accuracy. Now, I'm going to be running him in a team with Arbeus because she gives increased accuracy plus increased attack, which is exactly what I'm looking for. It's the perfect thing for him. For you, maybe you need more accuracy because you're getting resisted too much. You have enough attack and you're fine. So attack percentage gloves, attack percentage boots, attack percentage chest plate, all this kind of stuff. So you can go for an attack booster or an accuracy booster depending on whichever one you can get the most of. For Masteries, it's just mostly going to be attack and then accuracy down there, picking up more accuracy wherever you can get it basically, more turn meter boost, all this kind of good stuff. Cycle of Magic, sure. This is going to extend the block actives but not the bomb duration. You of course don't want to have bomb durations extended. And then I'm just going to throw stuff over here. Doesn't really matter that much. Now, whenever I finish this, let's go ahead and just do this one. Sure. So we have the relic. We have some good pieces of gear. We don't have a full Pinpoint set. It's not a problem. Let's see what Fabian's build currently is. He is 366. I couldn't get any extra speed from that right now. Let's see. Cross is sitting at... Okay, so he's a little bit slower. That's perfect. So we want to lock out champion to go into some of these arena fights and see what can happen. So we're going to go Arbeus, and then we're going to go Fabian. It's just going to be a simple team. Now, bombs are so much fun. If you don't have a good bomber on your account, go for this fusion. Just straight up go for it. Bombs have saved me so many times in Siege because, like I said, bombs ignore defense. They ignore everything except for HP. Like, HP is the only thing that's going to stop a bomb from doing anything. Or not even stop it, just prevent the champion from dying, right? Now here, I could place block actives on everybody, explode some bombs, or I could have just reduced the duration. Now, Siphi against with a Rhodos, she's just going to cleanse those bombs. But that was 2 bombs for the 45,000 each, I guess. Obviously got unkillable there. 75,000, that's not for 1 bomb. I believe that's for both of them. Actually, no. It may have been for just 1 bomb. Let's see. We have our Harima team here with a Embreeze and a Fabian. This is a tough team to get through. Like, most of the time, you would be struggling with this. But we lock them all out. She can't cleanse. We place bombs. Doesn't matter that he's weak affinity to the Ancora, who would be a nightmare against bomb champions in general. We just do our stuff. And then we go for the A3. He did get a big turn meter boost there. 58,000, 75,000. So obviously, he's hitting for a lot more. I mean, you're hitting for 75,000 damage. Take a look at a team like this. This is a team you typically would not be bombing, but since his bombs are going to be out there for 2 turns, you can kind of play around the Marichka fine, basically by locking them out. They can't cleanse for a little while. Place the bombs. The block damage is only going to be 1 turn. The bombs are 2, so it should be okay, and you should be able to just have the bombs activate when the block damage is off. I could just use it right here and just kill a few of the champions right now, actually. The Marichka specifically kills the Roglin as well. Siegfried is just kind of chilling. 1 bomb there. Let's see what happens. Can I go for the... I don't really want to trigger him to get the block damage from his passive. So we'll just hit the nice there. Now, if I do this, actually it's going to be fine. It may kill him. Reduce... I don't know. I think I got rid of a bomb from him, actually. That was kind of weird. Definitely not what I was looking for. I don't want to trigger the Siegfried. Siegfried's dead. Perfect situation. And then we activate this bomb. We don't. All weak hits. It's not looking great there. All the weak hits at all. We'll put the petrification on him. Boost turn meter. I really need to get another turn here, of course, because he's just going to cleanse everything. That's just what Nice does. He's a crazy, crazy bird. Now, I can strip the continuous heal. I need to get a unkillable up, is what I really need here. Good revival on death. This should be fine. There we go. So he comes back. I really need to petrify him. Got it. Excellent. We'll get some block actives going, maybe. Just kidding. Not much. Let's go ahead and place some more bombs out here. Actually, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait a well, let's try to get some out here. 2 bombs there, 2 bombs there. No increased attack. We should be fine though. We'll go ahead and activate. No, probably not the best idea to activate his bombs anyways. Because if I did, all it was gonna do is make him Siegfried do the res. I don't really want that. Try to petrify him again. 2 bombs and petrification. This should kill them both. 150,000. So much damage on the nice. So even with Marichka there, you can get through it. You could do that with any bomb champion. Now, Krawls does have the issue. I think it's his name. He does have the issue of when he doesn't have a bomb off cooldown, this A2 ability is not off cooldown, he's kind of stuck not doing much. So you're relying on getting the kills, getting the turn meter boost, cycling through your skills, having something to do always. But a bomber with no bombs is not really much of a champion at all, to be honest. Whereas Nishak, he still has that A1 ability. And then he has the poisons on the backside of the bombs if they do get cleansed. So Nishak has a lot more stuff that he can fall back on. But if you don't have Nishak, or if you're looking for some more bomb variety, the fusion champion could be very solid for you. Obviously, Fabian gets destroyed, but Wallbreaker's not going to get touched. Galathier's going to swap forms, like I was saying. Still strong versus mythical champions. Swaps forms, nothing happens. I don't really want to do anything here, to be honest. I guess maybe... Okay, we got the 1 turn duration swapped. Okay, cool. This should kill the Taras. I mean, bombs are fairly easy to get to do a lot of damage, basically. You can definitely scale them up pretty high pretty quick. Now, if I did this, I can place block actives. Maybe on the Siegfried, does not. But we go ahead and kill the Marichka. Perfect. Now, they res. We have Life Harvest. Able to go ahead and place some more bombs out there. And we really should be in a great spot. Except for the fact that Siegfried did that. Why did he do that? Oh, because he had 2 turn duration bombs instead of 1 turn. See, if it was 1 turn duration bombs, he would have been dead. But it was 2 turns. I didn't get to lower him, unfortunately. So he was able to just send them back to me. Which is obviously a massive issue with a champion like Krawls. That would have been a fine situation had it been a Nishak or somebody along those lines, basically. Now, could I actually just kill this dude? Maybe. Can Erbeus actually just handle the Siegfried? No, she cannot. She cannot handle him. But that was a decent showcase of what Krawls can do. So here is an example of a team where 2 turn bombs are actually going to shine. So if I was using a champion like Commodus, he couldn't just swap forms and throw his bombs out there, because if he did, it would explode into block damage, which does nothing. But with Krawls, as long as we're able to lock out the potential cleansers, specifically Ancora here, I can place bombs on everybody, and then I'll go ahead and place Unkillable as well, and then essentially just wait out the block damage. Once it goes away, we're going to be fine. We'll go ahead and drop the Siphi. Boom. Plenty of damage to kill her. And now we just have to wait until... Okay, there we go. Krawls is about to take a turn here fairly soon. Let's go ahead and petrify him. Maybe, just kidding. Can't do that. We will go ahead and do this. If I can get a turn with Krawls, that'd be amazing. Let's see if I can just activate his stuff. Boom, bombs, done. Tons of damage, and he's dropped. So we just have to wait for the block damage to go away, or it's going to go away when you have a 2-turn bomb duration, and things are fine. Place the bombs on her, go ahead and petrify her, and then we just get him back around, activate the bombs, delay, and she's dead. Let's go find a few other teams where we can really showcase this. Basically, if you are looking for a setup to just do good versus a lot of different siege teams, difficult teams, a bomber is basically a must-have in my opinion. They've helped me out so many times with siege content, just being able to run through their setups pretty quickly. Now, a team like this may not be the best as an example because he may place block damage here, and it may actually protect that bomb right there. You see, that is going to be protected. I'm not in the same solid situation I was a second ago. Now, I do have the petrification, which I can just go ahead and do that to there, and it's a little bit of a different setup, but the Siphi is protected because of the Odin. So while it works against the Neve teams, it's not going to work against every team. Got a chance at an instant turn here. But you saw in the beginning, while he does place the bombs on everybody, and he should be getting, 25, 50, 75, 100% turn meter boost. It should be a 50% boost, well, possibly a 50% boost there. It's not going to give him an instant turn for some reason. Obviously, he died there. He's a very squishy champion. But let's check this out again. So you see against Farbsoft's team, the turn meter boost, I'm not for sure if it's out of whack or what the situation is with Krawls, but whenever I do his bombs, you would think that the 100% turn meter boost would give him an instant turn. It doesn't. So he placed bombs on everybody. He's almost going to take another turn, but not quite. Now with that said, you may be able to put like Oppressor on him. That could be really good actually. Oppressor is going to increase his turn meter fill rate. That may be exactly what you need. Let's see. Get back around in just a moment. The Siphi does that. So there we go. Marius is down. You could also have the gemstones that boost his turn meter fill socketed into a wand of submission. That could work out very well for him also. But you will kind of have to bring a strip champion because of things like the block damage and that annoying stuff. If you have Fabian, he's perfect for this. Now, if you went Oppressor instead of Eagle Eye, then you would get a lot more turn meter fill, actually. Let's see. All right, here's another good example of a team. We're going to go ahead and do the same setup as before. Even with Oppressor, he doesn't seem to be doing that much different as far as the turn meter fill goes. So for some reason, the turn meter fill, I guess is because you can go over 100% turn meter anyways, so the other champions were already there. But we place all this stuff, and we have a boosted turn meter fill rate from Oppressor as well, but he's still not getting a turn that soon necessarily. Go ahead and drop everything down. Durations, one turn, and then petrify him, make him take even more bomb damage. It should be like 200,000 each, basically. 225,000 damage. It's crazy. He does a ton of damage. All right, guys, that is the Fusion Showcase. This is not so much of a guide for the champion. I'll probably do that more like when he's released. This is just an initial first looks, more or less. And ultimately, if you don't have a good bomber that you use regularly and you found success with, then I'd go for him. If you got Nishak and you've kind of been on the fence about it, you don't need this champion. And if you want to save for the Christmas events, then you can skip it. He's not Nishak level, definitely. Nishak has much more, I guess, sustained damage throughout the fight. But a bomber who can just place bombs is extremely valuable. Fragment Fusion, so it should be a little bit easier, but I do believe it's a champion who you will find some success in, at least in Clan Siege. and those rooms are just annoying, you can't quite kill them, just throw a bomber in, and they get rid of a lot of stuff pretty easily. A very, very solid champion. So guys, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.